discuss an essential concept that will greatly enhance our ability to deliver professional development that resonates with adult learners: andragogy. As educators who will be leading professional development sessions for leaders, understanding these principles of andragogy is crucial to ensuring that we are not just disseminating information, but also fostering meaningful, engaging, and practical learning experiences. Let's explore how understanding adult learning principles can make a difference in motivating and connecting with our adult learners. To begin, let's review what andragogy is and why it matters. Andragogy is a term used by Malcolm Knowles, referred to as the art and science of helping adult learners. Knowles identified 5 key assumptions about adult learners, which are essential for learning and understanding as curriculum leaders, as we can design effective professional development experiences. The 5 assumptions of adult learners are: first, self-concept. As individuals mature, they increasingly see themselves as self-directed learners. They prefer taking responsibility for their own learning rather than being dependent on instructors. Experience. Adult brings a wealth of personal experiences to learning environments, which can help be used as a resource for learning. These experiences are the foundation upon which new learners can build. Readiness for learning. Adults are more likely to engage in learning when they see the immediate relevance of the material in their personal or professional lives. They're motivated by learning and addressing specific skills or needs or challenges. Orientation of learning. Adult learners tend to prefer problem-solving learning over subject-centered learning. They want to apply what they've learned to real-life situations and solve them in practical, real-life issues. Motivation. While adults are often motivated by internal factors such as self-esteem, personal goals, and professional development, they can also be influenced by external motivators like career advancement or the need for a certain certification. The rationale for applying andragogy principles in professional development. Now that we understand the 5 assumptions, let's now discuss applying those principles and why it's important in the context of professional development for teachers. When we design professional development, we need to create learning experiences that are not only informative, but also engaging and very practical. Adult learners, particularly teachers, with diverse backgrounds, experiences, and motivations. They're not passive recipients of knowledge, but active participants who seek relevance and connection in their own work. By applying these andragogical principles, we can create engaging and relevant learning experiences, because when we incorporate the prior knowledge and experiences of teachers into the sessions, we make the learning more applicable and meaningful to everyday work life. Fostering autonomy and self-direction. Adults thrive in environments where they can take control of their learning. Providing opportunity for choice and self-direction, exploration, and PDs fosters a sense of ownership over the process. Encouraging practical applications. Teachers need to see how the professional development impacts them directly in their classroom practice. Using real-life scenarios and case studies will help learning immediately for applicable and beneficial factors. Best practices for creating and delivering effective professional development. Let's now turn to some best practices for creating and delivering effective and engaging presenters to adult learners. These practices align with the principles of andragogy and can develop and ensure that your professional developments are successful and impactful. First, incorporating active learning. Adults learn best when they are actively engaged in the learning process. I know this. This can be done throughout group discussions, problem solving, role playing, and even case study analyses. Incorporating these interactive activities allows learners to apply new knowledge and skills in a practical context, making the learning experiences more relevant and even more memorable. Second, encouraging collaboration with peer learning. Adults often bring valuable insights from their own experiences. Creating opportunities from peer-to-peer learning, such as group work or collaborative projects, not only increases engagement, but also helps develop a learning community. When participants can learn from one another, it enriches our overall experience. And third, providing opportunities for reflection. Adults benefit from reflecting on their own experiences, that's for sure. This can be done through self-assessments, journal writing, or group discussions that allow participants to articulate their thoughts on what they have learned and how they plan to apply it into the classroom. Reflection deepens understanding and fosters our own personal growth. When we're addressing cultural, ethnic, and gender biases, we need to delivering professional development in these areas is essential to consider diverse culture, ethnic, and gender backgrounds in both the presenter and our audience. Biases, whether unconscious or explicit, can impact the effectiveness of a session and definitely hinder the learning process. Impacting the biases on presenter effectiveness. Biases may affect how participants interpret content, engage with the material, or feel included in the learning process. For example, a lack of cultural sensitivity may alleviate or alienate certain groups, while gender biases may hinder the full participation of each and every learner. Strategies for reducing or eliminating biases. First, promote inclusive language. Use language that respects all genders, all cultures, and all backgrounds. Avoid stereotypes, assumptions, or languages that are unintentionally to alleviate certain groups. Acknowledge diverse perspectives. Create opportunities for participants to share their culture and professional experiences. This not only puts value into the teacher, but it enriches their learning experience overall. Ensure equitable representation. When selecting materials or examples for a PD session, include diverse perspectives and voices. This can involve using case studies, reading materials, or teaching examples that reflect a range of cultures, ethnic, or gender perspectives. And last, foster an inclusive environment. Set the tone early by establishing norms for respectful and open dialogue. Encourage active listening and ensure that every participant has an opportunity to contribute to the discussion. In conclusion, applying these principles of andragogy when delivering professional development is essential for motivating and engaging adult learners. By recognizing the unique characteristics of adult learners, such as self-direction, wealth of experience, and practical orientation to learning, we can design more effective and relevant learning experiences overall. By incorporating active learning, fostering collaboration, and addressing potential biases, we can create an inclusive, engaging environment that encourages the growth and development for all of our learners. I encourage each of you to consider these best practices as you prepare and deliver professional development sessions in your schools. Together, we can create a learning culture that supports both the professional and the personal growth of all of our teachers. Thank you for your time. Again, my name is Karen Steele, and I appreciate your attention.